All right. Second movie review of the day. This one is going to be about Downhill, starring Will Ferrell and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Funny name. I think it had a hyphen in it though. I don't know. Um, she was on Seinfeld back in the day. Back in the day. I am slightly disappointed about this movie. Now, after watching the trailer, you would think you would think you would I was intrigued. Not you would think anything. I was intrigued after watching the trailer because it's like, well, an issue is created. How are they going to get past that? Seeing seeing Will Ferrell, of course, you would expect some type of humor to come out of it. There wasn't much to speak of. Message. Um, Also, uh, Miss Dreyfus, she's hilarious in her own right, and I tell you what, I think she held the movie. She upheld the movie. She was the only one who actually put any effort into her acting. I feel like Will Ferrell did this as uh to pay off a debt or as a dare, maybe. I hate to talk about these people like this. I mean, they, they're they're well known celebrities who've built careers for themselves off of their personalities, and it's just the projects they've chosen to work on. Like, I will tell you the one good thing that comes out of watching a movie like this is you see you see what exactly makes a movie good or tolerable even. There was no music in the background. It was just, and it was barely background noise. What was that about? Um Also, seemed like the story was jumping. I mean, they pretty much stayed in the setting pretty much didn't change, but the story still jumped around so much. It wasn't hard to follow, of course. There was barely any story, but what I'm saying is it wasn't linear, and I feel like it tried to teach us a lesson or tried to teach the audience a lesson at some point, but it falls on deaf ears. This is crazy. I never thought I would be speechless because I've watched something uh, so indescribably good, and now I've watched something so indescribably bad. Great contrast. But like I say, the positive about it is now I'm able to pinpoint the things that make a movie good. Like, you need some type of music because when you go to the movies, it's an experience. You don't go there because, in most cases, you shouldn't be going to the movies just to kill time. I don't believe personally. Like, hey, this movie looks good. Let me go watch it with me by myself or with somebody and enjoy my time out. Not go there and be like, that was a waste of money. I mean, it looked intriguing. I thought there was gonna be more. Oh gosh, should I say it? More cowbell, more cowbell. Jesus, I can't believe I just said that. More cowbell. Um, that's what was I wasn't expecting it to be. I wasn't expecting to be bent over in my seat, slapping my knee, because I don't necessarily think Will Ferrell is the funniest person on earth, but I figured there would be some more I figured there would be more of a comedic edge to it, but there was nothing. A, it was very dull. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep saying like I'm confused. I'm just gonna keep saying over and over again. I was expecting more. I was expecting more. But let me try and give an overview of the movie. So it's the story of a family, husband, wife, and two kids. They're taking a ski trip, and I have to add this in while I can still remember it. I think one of the things that makes this movie so terrible is it's gonna be hard for the majority of people to connect with the family because both of the parent they don't get into detail of what the husband does, but I think if you can put two and two together, I believe is a realtor and she's a lawyer. So if he's a successful realtor, um, and if she's a like a lawyer at a big firm, then they're well off. So that makes it harder for people to connect. And just trying to use what little brain cells I have, it would make it harder for like the general audience to connect to them, seeing how it is a strong possibility that both these with both these individuals' combined income, they're probably making over 200,000 a year. Maybe some people might say, "Well, that's not a lot." Some people would say that's a fuck ton, which it is. So their quality of life, not quality of life, their living status is a little bit higher than the average person. You have to admit that. So you won't be able to connect on that because they're blowing God knows how much money on a trip, and it's very obvious that nobody wants to be there. So they blew an insane amount of money on a trip, which none of them want to go on, and none of them learn any lessons from it. Um, Now you would think one of the two main characters would be able to interject comedy into the film, but no, it's the people they run along, it's people they run into along their journey. So the hostess at the motel, she's funny. The ski instructor that tries, I guess, to seduce, is he seducing her or no? They try to do some adult wrestling. He's even funny. Um, the younger couple that they're comparing the older couple to that they have nothing in common with. It's just it's just a jumble of ideas. So I think I know what this is. So Will Ferrell probably and Julia, both of these actors probably owed some debts and were like, "Hey, I need to pay off this debt." And he probably met this director and was like, "Ah, you seem like a nice guy. Do you have any scribbles laying around?" He's like, "Yeah, I sure do. Let me check the backseat of my car, and I think I just threw something in the trash a minute ago." And he put it all together, got a budget, and made a movie. Now, me as a consumer, I was definitely duped to a certain extent. I didn't, I didn't see the trailer and go, "Ooh, this is gonna be an award-winning blockbuster." No, I said, "I wonder what's gonna happen in this film." And I was led down a horribly jumbled pile of filth. Nah, this is not even going to be. I'm not even going to be able to rate this movie. It's so low. But like I said, the good thing about it is it points out the necessary elements to make a quality film. One is music. Two is a decent storyline that's somewhat linear. It doesn't it doesn't have to be in chronological order. It just has to be linear, which means it has to flow. Also, I give up. Those are the two things that I took away from the movie. Don't go watch it. I suffered enough for anybody who's watching this review. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.